Hi, welcome to episode 39 of Flyboy. Well, I've just parked the van here in Shorwell. A sneaky idea, because I'm going to leave the van here and walk on the footpath to Chillerton. So the time is now just about 10:30, and I'm going to sneak up this footpath here. Chillerton, not very far, 1.5 miles. And the plan is, at least I've got a vehicle here, so even if I just do a flop over the back to Shorwell, it gives me a jolly good reason to do so, and gives me a nice bit of walking, bit of training. So, see you on the route. I didn't realise this footpath was going to be quite so overgrown with nettles. I should have put some long trousers on to protect my tootsies. And oh, look at the nettles. Well, the forecast is actually to go round to the east-southeast later, but at the moment, ouch, at the moment it's actually northeast. And Jim Cooper was up at Chillerton and he was saying it's too north, but I've made a decision based on the forecast, and even though it's definitely not flyable at the moment, it is forecast to go round, so let's just hope it does, because otherwise I'll be walking back again. Alright, well, I'm nearly there, but I'm not sure this was such a good idea because I'd forgotten it's midsummer and the path was really overgrown and it's quite hot. I mean, look at the wheat here, this is nearly ready. So I'm nearly there though, it's Chillerton, but I haven't got a good feeling about this because the wind is coming from basically over there, so it's coming from the northeast. Right, so I'm on Chillerton Takeoff, and unfortunately, as expected, the wind is still coming from the northeast. It was coming from the village, Chillerton village, which is there, and as you can see, the slope actually faces more around to the southeast. Actually, east is the perfect direction. I'm a bit concerned that it does feel quite breezy, and this site is known to be turbulent in wind. So I'm just gonna have a sandwich, wait for a few minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and hopefully that wind will come around. So I've got myself a nice Tesco ham and cheese baguette. Yum yum. Unfortunately, the wind is still very northeast up here, but I've been joined by Will and Jim Cooper, almost a Dave, and we're all very optimistic, so we'll give it a go and see what happens. I'm going to deliberately wait until the wind starts to come up the hill, which is suggesting obviously a thermal coming up, whereas at the moment it's coming off from the left over here. So what I'm waiting for is that magic moment when the thermal brings the wind round and then hopefully blocks the wind and gives me a chance to actually get up. But at the moment it's coming right over from the left, so it's pretty useless at the moment. And there's Will, we're waiting. Right, well I've been trying, it's still very windy, not extremely windy, but just windy in the wrong direction, still coming off from the northeast, so I'm struggling. Sorry I haven't done any filming in the air, it's just really quite turbulent and a bit sort of borderline. I'm almost at the point of just stopping, but I really would like to fly back to the van. And there is some thermals around, but they seem very small. So Jim and Will are actually packing up. You can see the wing moving around in the wind, and you can see the grass. It is quite windy. So I might just give it one more go, and then I'll probably have to call it a day, which is a real shame. I was really hoping to have flown properly. Never mind. If you don't feel happy in the air, you have to make the right decision. Always trust those instincts. Well, that wasn't good. I just landed in this little bit of wheat here, just on the edge of it. I got into a thermal and then went straight down, absolutely plummeted. And I turned round. I should have just landed over there really, but I was hoping to get back up onto the hill. Just really strong sink. So now I've got to try and find my way back up here. I don't really want to have to climb over a fence, but I did an emergency landing here. There was no choice. I had to go down. I was too low to get back to the hill. So that's a bad move there. I was in a thermal. I saw some birds out front. I was trying to be clever to get out to the birds in front, but I just hit that strong sink and it didn't happen. So it looks like Paddy's just turned up, so I've got a tiny bit of water left. I'm going to try and give it another go. We got away after much struggle, having a collapse as well, had an asymmetric collapse. I managed to flop over the back. There's Dave Dungeon's campsite down there. But I'm in quite strong sink at the moment. Gonna fly over Bryston and hopefully get some lift over Bryston. Maybe fly to Dave's. I'm going to fly to the campsite, maybe get a lift back with Dave. Turn into wind a bit there. It felt like I'm falling out of the back. And again, feels like I'm falling out of the back of it. There we are. Ugh. 2.7 down. Hoping to get something over the brown field underneath us. Looks quite windy down there. I can see whitecaps on the water. .6 up. 3.6 up. I'm gonna have to fly inland. Okay, I didn't want to leave that, but I had to, really. I just wonder if I could get to the Afton Ridge. I'd be laughing in front of Afton. Well, we made it in front of Afton. Can't believe it. Really didn't expect that, but because I got that very strong thermal, I got enough height just to push forward of the Afton Ridge. So I'm in a much safer position now, whereas before I was being drifted out to sea. Now I've got plenty of landing options, so I feel a lot happier. So there's Tapnell Farm. Woohoo! The wind has gone southwesterly here. I think it's sea breezed. Woohoo! And a swoop there. Lovely. Nice landing area. Wow. There's no wind here. There's almost nothing. That's really amazing, because at the coast I could see white horses. I don't know if you saw in the camera, but I saw white horses coming from the, I guess, northeast. It was taking me out to sea, if you remember, in that big thermal. So that must have been some convergence. I kind of wish I'd gone up a bit higher in it now, but I was nervous about going up in that because of getting blown out to sea. Well, that was great. Really glad I didn't give up after going down in the field and kind of feeling a bit dejected. That was a great flight. Got my Coke, so I'm happy. And this is Tapnell Farm. For those of you who've never been, it's really well worth a visit. Got a really nice restaurant called The Cow. So anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry for all the chatter. I'm gonna have my Coke now and think about the flight I've had. So thanks guys. See you on the next one.